All right, let's talk about the three keys to the series, though. Our first one is take away Skinnin's ice. And then the second one is dominate the face-off circle again. And then the third one is don't be afraid to be physical. So let's go ahead and try to break these down one by one. Starting off with the first one, Michael, your thoughts?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Heiskanen has been unbelievable in these playoffs. He's been able to capitalize off of turnovers. He's been able to use his vision to be able to pick up and open spots on the ice. He hasn't necessarily put up the goals, but he has given the Stars forwards way more opportunities because people are focusing on him more and more. Now, that's not to say that he is going to do the same to the Lightning, but I'd like the Lightning to pay a little bit more attention to him than some of the other defensemen that they've seen in the series. The Islanders, there was no real one defenseman they had to look out for. The Bruins, there was no real one defenseman they had to look out for. You know, you could say Charlie McAvoy, but I don't really think that they were paying that much attention to him. The Blue Jackets, they had to look out for two different defensemen, Zach Werenski and Seth Jones, and they shut them both down, comparatively speaking. So, you know what? There is a chance that Heiskanen still puts up a point per game against us, but if you can take away those key opportunities that he has, you will be just fine.
And believe it or not, Heiskanen actually only had 1 point in that Vegas series, so Vegas did a good job of shutting him down. So the Lightning may need to take a page out of Vegas's book and try to repeat that there. And obviously, as you mentioned before, the other defensemen the Lightning have had to deal with, they've been able to do it. So hopefully they can go ahead and continue that. Now, our second key to the series here, dominate the faceoff circle again. And we mentioned that because I think the Lightning did a very good job against the Islanders. What do you think, Michael?
I would say they did a very good job against the Islanders in some games, but in some games it was absolutely atrocious. You look at Braden Point. I believe Braden Point is the only one that has a consistent roster spot with a face-off percentage above like 50%, which is unacceptable. Cirelli has had to step it up, and he did last night. Yanni Gore, Blake Cohen, Barclay Goodrow, whoever is centering that line needs to step it up in terms of their face-off percentage. Cedric Paquette needs to be much better in the face-off circle and much better overall. The key to getting pucks against Dallas, or pucks on net against Dallas, is winning face-offs in the offensive zone, pushing the play towards the goalie. And we've mentioned that Anton Khudobin has been great in these playoffs. You have to get shots on net against them, as you did with Semyon Varlamov. And the way that you're going to do that is in the offensive zone. You're going to win faceoffs, and then you're either going to have a defenseman blast it from the point, or you're going to set up shop. It's not that hard of a concept, guys. Again, not trying to push the Mitchell Stevens train way too far off a cliff, but he is the face-off guy. That's his job. Like, I would love to see him get in the lineup. I don't think he will, especially if Stamkos comes back. But hey, if Stamkos can come in and win at least 50% of his faceoffs, I'd be cool with that too.
Yeah, that's actually something we haven't really talked about with Stamkos. We said he'd be a big help to the power play, obviously, because that's where we've seen the most issues, but he could also help out that face-off circle a little bit. But you're right, the face-off circle is always huge. We've seen the Lightning score multiple goals these playoffs off the face-off when a defenseman's able to get it cleanly and take a quick snapshot and either get a rebound or even put it in the back of the net. So the Lightning had a 43% face-off win rate, by the way, in the Game 6 against the So not over 50%, but still pretty good compared to some of the other games. What's up?
That's not saying much. I mean, 43% is pretty weak.
Well, so. It's better than what they usually do.
That's fair.
And then let's take a look at the third key for the Lightning. It's don't be afraid to be physical. This is something the Lightning their game has changed a little bit over the last couple of years, where they have gotten a lot more physical. But Michael, what are your thoughts on this one?
Don't be afraid to be physical is probably the thing that's going to hang in the Lightning's dressing room. They have been a fairly physical team these past couple of rounds, But if you remember back to the 2015 Stanley Cup Finals against the Blackhawks, they got bullied. They really did. Like, they won 2 games and had a series lead, but they got beaten and they got bullied, and a couple players got hurt significantly because of it. Do not be afraid to smash people on the Dallas side of things. Like, it is going to be tough because they have a lot of really big guns, and the fact that they are a physical team too is going to hurt. But again, don't back down from the opportunity to take it to them.
Absolutely. And I look at guys like Cedric Paquette, Eric Chernak, even Andre Palat and Sergachev, even Pat Maroon as well, who all have over 100 hits on this team from this regular season. So those are going to be the guys that you need to get physical. And I cannot stress this enough. Be physical, but don't get called for a penalty and get suspended for multiple games. Killorn.
Looking at you, Alex.
Yes, but the physicality is going to be a huge element for them. It's something that, like I said, they've added this year, which could be the difference maker for them. So.